Okay, so we're back and it's time to quilt this lovely topiary quilt, and I'm gonna see what thread I have in my stash that coordinates. Obviously I've got lots of color choices, pink, purple, navy blue, or orange. I feel like I have like a pumpkin-y, yellowy orange color that I think is gonna look really good with this. And so I'm gonna get this all situated, dig through my thread stash and see if I can find that. And as you can see, I have a lot of this fabric to use for the backing. So since I have 2 chunks of this yellowy orange one and a little bit of pink, I'm gonna go with the orange for the backing, especially since the outer border's the pink and then it's gonna be bound in the navy blue. So I think that's gonna be a nice little frame up. I'm not sure what design I'm gonna do. I think I might do something that's kind of overall meandery. Maybe my curls and swirls one. I think that might look nice. I don't think I want to do one of the stars ones. I don't know. We'll kind of see how it all comes together. I just want something nice and loose and fluffy. So I'm gonna piece this together and I'll see you back when I'm loading it on the long arm. So we got topiary all basted in. We've got our pink and our navy and our orange all ready to party. And we're gonna go with the curls and swirls like I had mentioned. And I did find my pumpkin seed glide thread. So it seems like a really good match to this orange, which is, remember, also on our backing. So I think it's gonna be a nice match and let this kind of piecing stand out without the quilting being too overwhelming. So let's see what happens. Bottom of the quilt. Everything quilted out fabulously. I think everything turned out great, and it's an extra bonus when you only wind 1 bobbin, and all you need was 1 bobbin, so I didn't have to wind anything extra, didn't have to stop and refill. Perfect. So I'm going to trim off this excess batting and then get this off the frame so we can bind it and call it done. got the binding all on, and it's now time to take a look at our finished topiary quilt. I think the navy turned out really good on here. It just gives it that nice frame up without being too harsh. I think a black or like a gray would have been a little too harsh against these colors, but the navy just kind of gives it its framing, and you can see more of that topiary shape. And I think that pumpkin seed glide, which is what color that is, I think it's a good, perfect match for this with the curls and swirls. Just gives it a little bit of movement, a little bit of texture without being overwhelming or overpowering. So, and we've got more stars on the back, so busy front, busy back, broken up by that navy. I think it's a good pairing. So this one's going to be a fun one to donate. I'm excited to see it go into the pile. I wish I had time to make pillowcases to go with this because, as you saw for my backing, I had a whole lot of fabric left over. If I get a chance before donating it, I totally will. I think I've cut more of all three, so I can even do mostly pink, orange cuff, and then the navy between. Might be a little wild, keep you awake at night, but it'll be super fun to match this quilt. So let's go outside and do a quilt drop and then give you some final photos, and then we'll be on to the next quilt.